We've always known that it was going to be knocked down eventually. It's a place that has helped to bring people together. It's been a meeting place for all kinds of people. The combined knowledge and the combined memory and history of Adelaide Parkour is all in this place.
The word parkour is not one that many people would have heard of. It's the name of a new sport from France that's just begun to take hold around the world.
It just seems that everybody's being very narrow with their way of thinking, and we just want to try and broaden it.
What parkour is finding the quickest line between 2 points. In doing so, it turns the world into an obstacle course.
Release your inner monkey, because that's what it is.
It was about 2004, and we saw the video with David Bellin at Air Speed Man. I thought, oh wow, that's incredible. And look, no one in Adelaide's doing it. So I just went out and started playing around local playgrounds. I said, well, what's in the city? What's in the city? Let's go down. Oh yeah, there's the new railings. Let's meet up there. And when we were coming down here, we were playing around, we're going, hey, wait a minute. There's also this space.
Every other spot that we find is designed for something specifically. It has a purpose, and it was put that way to allow people down a certain passageway or to stop people moving in a certain direction. This doesn't have a purpose past being. It's abstract by nature, and I think that lends itself perfectly to creative expression for movement.
The community has always been centred around this location. A spiritual home is probably a better way to put it. People would just go at the blocks, 2 o'clock, and people would just come.
We'd spent a week working something out. We had a week's more experience than somebody else, so we'd show them what we'd learned. So we'd sort of defaulted into the role of trying to help organise sessions and help new people. That built and built as more and more people discovered parkour.
The one thing that tied everyone together was a love of movement. One of the students we had, she was a dance instructor. We had other guys who were into martial arts and rock climbing and just anything that was about getting your body moving.
One of my main memories from the festival centre is when we were doing that quadrupedal up the stairs. My arms they slipped or they gave out, and I just ended up with the edge of the stair in the corner of my eye here, just lying on the stairs. I just remember it being so comfortable. It was just the weirdest experience.
A lot of us gravitated towards parkour for different reasons, but we all wanted the same sort of benefit out of it. We all wanted to be more active. We all wanted the enjoyment and the happiness that came with the camaraderie, with the community. The festival centre itself became a home to that. It became the facilitator to everyone being able to meet at that point.
Not many places that I've been to have a central place that they all call like home of parkour of that city or that community. Whereas in Adelaide, everyone just came here, moved together, then we all went to eat together, and then we came back and moved some more and felt like home. Somewhere where I've made girlfriends, broken up with girlfriends, somewhere where I've made friends, lost friends. So it's definitely, AFC knows more about me than probably most people do.
As soon as you see those like primary coloured blocks, you know it's time for parkour. It's almost like fucking, what is it, Pavlov conditioning or something like that. I think that's kind of what I'm feeling right now. As soon as I see these multicolored blocks, I'm like, it's parkour time, you know what I mean? Like, I should be jumping and running and doing things. Like, yeah, it just was so synonymous with training and doing parkour. The more I sit here and look around, the more I remember there was just like a million different places that you could just focus on one aspect of your training, and then you could walk like 15 meters in another direction. You could find another spot where you could do something completely different, and it was just, yeah, there's just so much flexibility. It really was like the perfect spot for Adelaide Parkour.
It's a big, open public space that nobody from the public wants to use or go to. It's left, I guess you could say, a void for us to fill. We have almost free reign of the space, and we've created a lot of meaning and a lot of context and a lot of culture around this space.
whether other people acknowledge that or not. I feel like we are kind of the owners of this space. We pick up glass, we fix things that have come loose and been neglected. The nickname Our Shrine comes from a video called Our Shrine. Which is still, years and years later, my favourite Adelaide Parkour video, and it features a whole collection of us training at the festival centre. It really marks a moment in time for me where the community was really strong together, we were training really well, and from that group of people has built this much broader community.
AFC back then was the best place to go to for parkour because it's just such a large range. There was a really good incentive for people to come into town to a common place to meet.
Anytime there were anyone new interested in trying parkour, it was always a great place to bring them and show them the ropes. This place has a very intrinsically Adelaide vibe to it. Feels like it's a part of the city. I mean, it's a shame that it's getting knocked down.
It's public land that's being sold to a private investor. Someone's pulling some strings somewhere to make a profit off our sadness, essentially. I feel like we're the people that actually use the space, and putting big 24 whatever story office building in its place will not promote healthy lifestyle, will not promote movement, will not be a public space that people will enjoy as much.
It's not very welcoming to the general public. You know, I understand that it's dated in appearance. That's why it became so popular to us, because we weren't surrounded by general public asking us questions or getting in the way, or us getting in the way of them.
It almost feels like you're in the middle of everything but on the edge as well. It's a really liminal feeling which always draws me. Especially when you're alone, it's got that feeling of being on the outside even though you're right in the middle of the city.
"10 years in one house is a long time, so imagine that house getting knocked down. So it's like losing your memories.
It's really hard to put into words what it means to me. It's the thing that has taken all my energy and focus and what I've built my life around for the last 10 years. This is the home of it, where it started, where it's grown. This is where I learned so much of who I am today, from other people and from myself and from the space. It's just something that you need to let go of, or I need to let go of, but it's hard because this place, literally the concrete has my blood, sweat and tears in it.